Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Brittany here with you today, and in today's video I want to share with you that I got to go to Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company for the very first time. I've been buying their seeds for several years and admiring their catalog for even longer, and I finally got to go. Their store in Missouri is only a few hours away from me, but I just never ended up having the time to go. And so while we were coming back home from our honeymoon, we made a short detour to Mansfield, Missouri, and I got to experience it firsthand. And let me tell you, it did not disappoint. If you're ever in the area, I highly recommend you check it out. And if you're able to eat in their restaurant, the restaurant was phenomenal. So I'm just gonna show you some clips that I took while I was there, and I'll probably do a little bit of voiceover to explain some of the different features of the property. Before we get into the voiceover for the Baker Creek video, I just want to do a quick disclaimer. Kyle weaned calves yesterday, and they are in the lot that is right next to our house, and they are whining a little bit because that's what newly weaned calves do. And so if you hear that in the background of the video, I did close all the windows, but it is still kind of loud. So if you hear that, that's all that is. They are fine and will be fine, but wanted to let you know that. Now let's get into the video. So when we got there, you would drive in and there was all of their greenhouses and high tunnels, which were really neat to look at. And then as we kind of rounded the corner, we were able to see kind of more of the village that they have set up. We went ahead and parked, and we just got started at the very front of the property, which is where their seed store and their big gardens are. And so this is looking just kind of as you would enter the property itself. And this building here is the seed store, and later in the video we will go in there and show you what it looks like on the inside, but I knew better than to start with that because I knew I'd be in there for quite a while. So we started here in their gardens, and really this video does not do any form of justice. This garden was absolutely breathtaking, and I spent a lot of time there. We also were pretty hungry by the time we got here because we had already toured the Laura Ingalls house, so we stopped in their restaurant, and they basically just have a couple of options to choose from, and it's all fresh and seasonal. We ended up getting one of each of the options that was available, and we split it. The salad had a really, really good sweet onion dressing on it. Everything was so incredibly fresh and delicious, and the curry was probably my favorite, but that roasted red pepper pasta was delicious as well. And then as we started shopping through their Pioneer Village, the first place we stopped in was the little apothecary. And they have all kinds of herbs and teas and tinctures and things like that. So it was a really cute little store to shop in. They also had a lot of flowers and herbs drying and hanging from the ceiling, which I thought was really neat. Everything in this little Pioneer Village was just so pretty and painted to look like that time period, and it was just really well done in my opinion. We definitely plan on going back. I guess they host several different festivals throughout the year, so we definitely plan on going back. And this store, we were actually doing some shopping for family members. We got Kyle's mom a 5-gallon stainless steel bowl for processing her vegetables from the garden, and of course I had to get one for myself as well. So that'll definitely come in handy next year during canning season. And inside that store, there was just all kinds of really neat gifts. It was really just like a homesteader's paradise at this store. And we did end up getting several gifts for some family members, and also took several pictures so that if we end up going back, we can maybe snag some more stuff for other family members as well. The entire upstairs of this store was full of handmade aprons and dresses, and this particular dress here was one of my favorites. As you can see, as we're kind of panning around, it would be very easy to get carried away with spending in some of the stores at this property. And now we're back inside the seed store, and on the back side of the seed store is all kinds of knickknacks and gifts, and they have everything from Castile soap to sewing supplies and fabric to jewelry to kitchen utensils. I mean, you name it, this place had everything you could want. There was even a section for all kinds of toys and books and things for kids. So this place is really a great place to take the entire family and spend a full day or even a full weekend just shopping and looking around and enjoying being outside. And now we're getting ready to head into the front of the store where all of the seeds are. And I spent probably way too much time here shopping for seeds. Both Kyle and I purchased some seeds to grow in our garden next year, and could have and would have purchased far more if the budget and time would have allowed for it. But they do have their online website and we can always order, so no big deal. In a separate video, I'll show you everything that we bought as far as our seed purchases. This bowl here was absolutely massive. In comparison to my arm, I mean, it was huge. But unfortunately, so was the price tag. So we did not snag this one, but it would definitely come in handy during canning season. We stopped here for a little bit on this little bridge over the pond and water feature that they had, mainly because I knew my son would want a few pictures and videos of the fish, but also it was just really beautiful and relaxing and gives you a great vantage point to the rest of the property. And this is in the Pioneer Village. They had an old blacksmith station set up. They had some covered wagons. And then they also had a jail that was set up and had a mannequin inmate as well. So it was just really neat. And as you can see, it would be a great place for kids to come and enjoy the day and just let their imaginations go wild. They do also have some chickens and other animals on the farm that you can see, and several places to stop and take a rest. And on our way back out, I just had to admire the gardens one more time. It was just so beautiful, and of course the autumn weather made it that much more enjoyable. But we also stopped and took a picture. And then as we were heading out, I just had to capture some of their greenhouses and high tunnels. It's always been my dream to have a high tunnel of my own, and anytime I see somebody set up, I like to take pictures so that I can get ideas for my future high tunnel. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.